Welcome to day 322 of our Let's Grow Annual Challenge. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. We are continuing with No Nonsense November, tip and tool number 17 today. And I am obviously a fan. This is just one stack that was sitting by me of journals. Our tip today, our strategy is to journal daily. Write, participate, comment, contact, get in touch with yourself by journaling, by writing things down. Now, I am an old-fashioned believer, obviously, in physically written journals, and I write in them every day. I'm going to put those down because otherwise I'll drop them and make a big mess. I've got I know it's in really bad shape this year. This year's annual challenge book has just really been used and worn, and the whole binding was coming off, so I borrowed my son-in-law's electrical tape and taped it right up. So it'll work to the end of the year for me because I want to capture and do the exercises that you're doing right along with you. I'm actually doing it for myself as much as sharing it with other people, because I know that if I do one thing every day to grow, that will help me get the results and achieve my goals and the things I want in my life and help me to create the life that I want. So today, and we've talked about this tool before, journaling is our tip and our strategy and our no-nonsense way of getting in touch with our true thoughts, feelings, beliefs, experiences, and then working through and deciding how are we going to move forward with things that have happened to us in the past. Because if we're still living in the past, if we're still dwelling on situations or problems or relationships that didn't work out or businesses that didn't work out, we are not allowing ourselves to move on and move forward. And we always want to be growing and advancing and continually improving to become the best possible version of ourselves. So today we have Inez's story and guide 2 of the Let's Grow Annual Challenge private Facebook group page. There's days I forget to tell you that there's a story there, but there's a story there every day, somebody's story and experience using the tool or the topic that we're discussing, just as another way of learning and understanding how someone else applied the topic that we're discussing on any given day. So today it's all about daily journaling, and we've got Inez's story and how it impacted her life. So excuse me, I got a little tickle in my throat. So today, of course, our assignment is going to be write in a daily journal. I don't care what kind of a journal you use. There is a tool, and the tool I was going to recommend today, but I don't personally use it anymore, is the Day One Journaling app. It's an app that you can use to capture your life, save pictures, do all kinds of things. There's a free version, then there's a paid version. It's only like $2.92 a month. So it's under $3 a month. It's under the price of what I pay Microsoft to convert my videos to MP3s, my MP4s to MP3s every day or once a month. So it's about half, well, it's 75% the price of that, but it's way, way worth it. But I don't personally like to take my journals and put everything that I'm thinking and feeling out into the universe, because you know what? I know we're supposed to trust it, but I think anything can be hacked nowadays. So why would I put everything out there knowing that somebody else might be able to have access to it? And I don't remember the terms and conditions of that particular piece of software, but probably whatever platform you're on automatically has access to that information. So, I'm not a big deal. So would it really matter? No. But I feel that way. It's why I don't put pictures of my granddaughters online. It's like, not going to do it. And if it doesn't feel right for me, I'm not going to do it. So whatever you're going to do, I'm going to say, find a way to capture the moments of your life on a daily basis. Because guess what? Tomorrow, you're not going to remember what happened today. Next week, you're definitely probably not going to remember what happened today, unless it was a significant emotional or physical event. You're not going to remember it. So I say this a lot. If our life is worth living, our life is worth recording. Now, will anybody ever go back and read the hundreds of journals that I've created in my lifetime? I really doubt it. They'll probably end up at the dump or in a burn pile somewhere. But it still enhances my life experience, so I'm going to do it. So how do I go about beginning a daily journaling practice if you're not doing it already, if you're not journaling daily, if you're not writing things down, if you're not capturing your life and the moments of your life? I take a gazillion pictures on my cell phone. I actually call it my camera more often than I call it my cell phone, because I do a lot more picture taking than anything else with that particular device. So how do we go about starting a daily journaling practice if we've never done it before, or if we have and we've had sporadic results and we haven't been consistent with it. Number one, choose your medium. Me, it's going to be old-fashioned notebooks. I'm going to write it down. And keep in mind, I am legally blind, so I can't even read my notes 99% of the time. But someone else could read them to me if I really cared that much. But it's also a way to document and research different things and different topics, different areas of interest and things I've explored in my life that didn't work out for whatever reason that I might want to go back to and revisit, or remind myself, hey, that didn't feel right to you. It was an epic failure. Don't even go down that road again. So the first thing we want to do is pick our medium. Maybe the online apps are just the ticket for you. Maybe someone's guided journal daily planner is the ticket for you. Find a tool, find something. I'm a big blank notebook gal. I pick a blank notebook and I just start writing in it. And that's what we want to do. We want to just let ourselves write freely, and just whatever comes out, whatever comes up, write it down, or a few words to remind you what you were thinking about. And then our second step, which I skipped, was to set a routine. Hey, if I want to make this a daily practice, this is when I'm going to do it. I will journal before bed if I haven't done it any other time throughout the day. If I haven't done it in my personal, I created my own journal and daily timer and gratitude journal and things all in one. And if I haven't completed that or filled that out or documented a few things, then I'll do that right before I go to bed as I'm planning the next day. And then fourthly, we want to write freely. Just write what comes up, because that's important to you. You can always burn them. I'm going to tell you right now, I burned all my journals from my teenagers and my 20s. I just burned them all. I got married and I was like, I don't want my kids to ever find these in the garage, and I burned them. I kind of regret it because it was interesting, the things that we go through. And as my kids went through the different stages and turmoils of growing up and teenage years and relationships and things, I kind of wish I would have gone back and reflected and reminded myself that I was the exact same way. But you can do what you want. You can just do it. And then the most important part to me is reflecting and then looking for patterns. I think one of the most powerful things about journaling is I can go back and I can look and see, oh my God, 25 years ago, I wrote about this. It's the exact same pattern. Look at this pattern. And then I'll go through and pop through some experiences and be like, oh yeah, this is definitely a pattern for me. But it's not a pattern for me. It's a pattern that is causing me challenges. I need to fix that. And then I fix that and move forward. And that's not a challenge for me anymore. But a lot of times we just behave in certain ways, or we have certain emotions, and we don't even ever consciously think or be aware of them. Apparently I'm very emotive in my facial expressions and my dissatisfaction with certain things, according to my family. So I want to be a little more careful with that. So that's our action item today. Do a daily journal, whatever works for you. Write down something, reflect and think about it, and then do the same thing again tomorrow. If I can help you in any way, hit me up and ask. I'll tell you some of the things that I do, because I've had a lot of practice with it. Some things have worked really, really well for me. Some things not. Using other people's journals and guided journals, it doesn't work for me. I can only think of one book that I've ever successfully gone through and journaled my way through it. And that was because it was a workbook that went along with the book that I absolutely love and recommend all the time. Excuse Me, Your Life is Waiting is a good one. That's it. That's all I've got today. If I can help you in any way, ask. Check out Inez's story. It's always fun to read somebody else's story as you're coming up with how you're going to implement the thing that we're talking about as well. But keep it simple. Start slow. Keep it simple. Don't put a whole lot of pressure on yourself to do anything a certain way or to do anything anyone else's way. Find the methods and the strategies that work for you and do them. All right. Have a great day. I'll be with you tomorrow.